Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with yet a rather small Transformers video review, and this time I am joined by...
Aladar. Hello.
As you guys saw him in the last BC Talks, we are looking at the Titan Masters of the new Titans Return line.
Which basically these guys have no bots that they're actually assigned to. You can stick them with anyone, no matter how dumb it looks.
Exactly, and that's actually kind of ingenious to kind of make these guys their own separate little pack, even though some of these guys I really wish had their own bodies. But that'll be for like another video at some point, maybe a possible subject for BC Talks at some point. But yeah, here we are, and let's go over here and look at Loudmouth, aka Siren.
I like Loudmouth better, actually.
This is pretty cool. He's got a little car, like a little hover car, which is pretty cool. I really like the gray and the red. This really just works for me for whatever reason. He's got a little Autobot logo right there, which is really cool. And of course, you know, they pilot these little vehicles, so you just unpeg them from the little peg holes underneath. And here is little Titan Master Loudmouth in his full-bodied glory.
And he's adorable.
Yeah, and their little robot modes are kind of adorable. I really like this. You know, naturally they're very basic in their posability. You saw in my two other video reviews, they have like dead simple articulation. I really wish they had plates that could flip up to cover the face on the back, like the old Headmasters did. But whatever. Here's Siren, and he looks cool. I really love the Takara version of Legends Wheelie. It has this painted up in the Ghost Shooters colors, which is the basically Takara Siren. And yeah, this looks cool.
That does sound cool.
It looks really good too. I honestly am half tempted to get the Takara version of the Wheelie just so I could have the different colored Siren. It looks really good.
Just so you guys know, he's not exactly thrilled with the fact that he actually liked Wheelie.
You just had to bring that up, did you? Now, anyways, as you already know, these guys are Titan Masters, which means they flip into a head. And our guinea pig for this part of the session will be Hardhead. So bringing him in, kind of bringing him up here, popping off his head. Here's Siren, pegging him in, and there he is as a head. And that's pretty freaking cool. I like that.
That's nice.
Huh?
He looks pretty nice, doesn't he?
It does look really nice, and honestly, like, he's another one where I really wish he got his own body, because I would love to see what a Headmaster Siren would look like in this line, at least. Actually, you know, I'm going to leave his head off for the remainder of this video. But yeah, now leaving him in his head mode, we're going to go back over to his vehicle mode, or his little vehicle real quick, because this has a little bit of a transformation in of itself. You flip these pieces around like this, flip this piece up, then you take him while he's... which way? Yeah, like this. And I usually flip this down so I can have better leverage, but you basically... it has the same head lock-in point right here that is on the Deluxes, Voyagers, Leaders, so on. That when you just peg this right in, they are fully utilizing the little vehicle and are now in some kind of quote-unquote attack mode. Take that as you will. But yeah, this is really cool. I love how they actually managed to incorporate the like you can have this here, or you can have it here. Really doesn't matter. But yeah, I love how they managed to incorporate the vehicle into the head mode. It's freaking ingenious. And then of course, for the rest of the Titan Masters, which reminds me, I probably should plug Hardhead's head back on. Well, technically, all I really gotta do is pull out the gun. You can take this, flip this around, and I think it's supposed to be like this. Plug this into his hand, and he gets and you essentially have a weapon mode. If it'll actually plug into his hand, there we go. There we go. Now he's holding it.
And he's headless.
Actually, he isn't.
Oh.
Now, of course, my Hardhead kind of has a gammy elbow, so yeah, he's not holding that up real good. So I'm gonna take this out of his hand real quick and just put his regular gun in, and just show off the rest of the gun modes. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave him in there. Make things a wee bit easier on me. A wee bit.
Besides, there is a burning question here.
There we
Would
go.
rather Hardhead have a bum elbow or just a singular good eye?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Anyways, moving on. So, that's Loudmouth. Moving on to Nightbeat.
Who should be interesting?
And there you go, it's Nightbeat. he's got the little jet, which is pretty cool in of itself. And then you pop the little headmaster guy off. And, you know, there you go, there's a little headmaster dude. You know, let's get in close here so you can actually see the little guy. He's pretty cool looking, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it lots. Once again, I wish I had the thing to flip up and cover out the face, but you know, whatever. But yeah, here you are with Nightbeat, so let's go ahead and flip him into his head mode. And you know, same idea, kind of bringing him over to Hardhead. I love how he said that as soon as I plugged the head on. But there you go, there he is on Hardhead, fully compatible. You know, yeah, you get the picture here. This doesn't look all that right on him, but I have seen the Nightbeat head on the Blur body, and that gives BC plenty of ideas. But yeah. Now, his little thing's transformation is actually kind of cool in itself, because it turns into a little drill tank, which is my favorite part of this whole toy. So you flip this around, close these up, and then flip this up. Now, getting his head in is not or getting him in there is not exactly easy. You kind of gotta really shoehorn him in there. And even then, he doesn't usually want to plug in right. There we go. And now he's... And now he's in the drill tank mode. And the drill tank mode's pretty cool. And I guess it really doesn't matter. I can show this off with any figure I wish to do. So here's Warrior Bisque. As you can see, he's got the same peg hole, so you can plug in the drill. And I'm going to admit right now, this is a useless weapon. This thing is absolutely useless in my eyes. So I'm just gonna pull that out, and I'm just gonna have this sit and chill as the drill tank. And yes, I plan to get caught up. I plan to review these warrior class guys, because I actually really do like them, but that's for another time.
Another day.
Another day, another time. Now, moving on to what they're calling Terrible, which his actual name is Horrible. And he's got a little tank mode, and I really like this. Like, honestly, of all the headmasters, at least, I gotta give the win so far to Horrible, entirely because of the fact that his tank is ridiculously addicting to play with. Like, I don't know why, I love playing with the tank. Anyways, there's the tank, you know, pulling this off and zooming in on it. Here is Little Terrible. And he looks cool. He looks cool. The blue is really nice. I do love the shade of blue that they picked for this guy. It's just it's so gorgeous to look at. And again, he like honestly, him and Apeface are the only two where I really hate the fact that they didn't get a body. So anyways, flipping him over into his head mode, which is a very Optimus Prime-esque looking head, at least to me. Once again, moving over to our test dummy Hardhead.
Head on.
And there is Hardhead with Horrible's head.
He looks like an Optimus
It's...
duplicate thingy.
These look better on other figures. I'm just using him as the, like I said, I'm just using Hardhead so I can show off the fact that these guys are in fact compatible with all the other figures. So now that you saw that, it's time to move on to the little tank. And the reason why I love this thing so much. Now with him specifically, or well, him and Apeface, they actually go in their small robot mode. Because when you flip this over, flip out the wings and flip out the cockpit, the way he plugs in is he goes in head first towards the cockpit and then locks in with this little back tab onto the back of the jet. And he's a little jet. And this thing is really friggin' cool. What? And just, I don't know why. I love this little tank mode that turns into this badass looking jet. I really like this. And it's pushing me closer to getting Skytread entirely because of the fact that I like having this tank slash jet thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, the most unique one of the 3, or the 4, or the 5 that I have here, at least, but of the first wave, is Crash Bash, and he has this little dragon thing. And you know, the dragon has posable wings, posable legs, both are on ball joints. Looking at Crash Bash himself, which, if you guys remember, is G1 Squeeze Play. Shut up, Alan.
Not really much of a joke I could make, just pull his finger and it writes itself.
Anyways, yeah, here's little Crash Bash in his little robot mode. Flip him around, and there he is in head mode. So back over to the dummy, and plugging him in, and there he is on Hardhead. There you go, fully compatible. Now, getting him over here. And, okay, I lied. Before Apeface, this is actually another one where, you actually have to fold his arms forward for this, because what Crash Bash does is really freaking cool. So, you're gonna take the dragon. I completely forgot to show off the weapon mode for, the tank jet. There we go. That's the weapon mode. It leaves a lot to be desired, but Nice that it has a weapon mode. And fun fact, the Takara version of Hardhead, the secondary weapon that he does come with is actually this, just done up in green, and it makes me happy. But yeah, now we move on to the little dragon guy, and this thing is really freaking cool entirely because of the fact that you flip this piece up, you fold these around, and you take a little Crash Bash, you set them in there. And then you kind of loop these around his arms. And that's stuck for some reason. There we go. And then you plug it in up here. Plugs it in all around here. And he has his own little T-Rex mode.
Aww.
This thing is so cool! Like, I love the little T-Rex mode. It's so cool. Like, literally, you can just grab him by the tail and just kind of have him stomp around and just... This is really freaking cool. And clearly enough, this set up for the obvious Grimlock repaint, which is Clobber, which... Whenever the hell I do go out to Arizona, I'm probably going to end up having to pick that up for Alan. So, yeah, there you go. There's little Crash Bash with his little flailing arms. Like, he can't do the scheming thing like the Voyager Age of Extinction Grimlock can, but, you know, whatever. You know, there you go, there's a little Crash Bash. Now, his weapon mode leaves a little to be desired, like I said. You're going to flip this around, and then plug these two things on right here. And without the head, like normally you're supposed to do this without the headmaster, but I'm leaving it in for the sake of time. Flip down the handle, and there he is in his weapon mode. And it's a pretty cool looking weapon mode. So anyways, now that that is done, let's move on to who is honestly my favorite of this whole set, Apeface, as Crash Bash falls over.
You killed him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Now, anyways, yeah, here we go. Here's Apeface. You know, there you go. There's Apeface, and pulling this off and leaving the headmaster to the side. There is the ape. And this is the one that bugs me the most because it doesn't have a full body. Because, seriously, imagine this as a fully scaled Voyager, fully transforming figure. This would have been awesome. Please, Hasbro. Please do this. At least for the people who remember what Apeface was. But yeah, there you go. There's Apeface, moving him over. Or there's the ape. Here's Apeface. You know, neat little robot guy. But again, the best part is when you flip and fold him around into his head mode, and I love his head. His head looks so cool.
We know.
And you know, once again, test dummy. And there we go. Yeah, Apeface tends to look good with damn near everyone.
Why? Because it's Apeface.
So yeah, there you go. Now, moving on to the other transformation. Having him in his robot mode, you actually take the ape, flip his arms up, and then flip this piece around. And there he is in his jet mode. Then you take little Apeface right here, as this thing flops about. You slot him in here, and just like Horrible, you plug his legs up in there, And there he is in his jet mode. I dig this. I dig this a lot. It's so cool. And now, of course, you can actually see the actual ape head underneath here, but you know, whatever. Now, his weapon mode is kind of interesting. You take these and you flip these all the way around, and then you flip out a handle. Yeah, the weapon modes leave a little bit to be desired, but the fact that it has two other fully successful modes, you know, makes these somewhat worth it. So yeah, there's 8 base in his weapon mode, and you know, like I said, leaves a bit to be desired. Now you can outfit these onto the leader class figures and Fortress Maximus, all of which I fully intend to review once I actually replace my blaster because he broke. Yeah. But anyways, there they are, and I can finally retire Hardhead from this review. There you go. There's what you get with the Titan Masters. Do I fully intend to get more? As you can clearly already tell, I only got the ones that were actual headmasters and not just thrown in for the sake of it's part of the toy line. So yeah, I got these guys. I plan to get Fangry. I plan to get that Lion guy, the Sawback, because from what I understand, he was a Japanese headmaster. I'm gonna get Fangry. Did I already say that? I might have already said that, but whatever. But yeah, I intend to get only the characters that were actually headmasters. So, with this said, that's been the Titan Masters. The extent of what these things can do. You'll probably see these guys in more depth once I actually review once I actually fully review Blaster or Soundwave for their base mode. So I can fully outfit these guys onto the base modes to show off how the weapon modes incorporate into the base modes. Either that, or when I finally get around to reviewing Fortress Maximus. So with all this said, guys, I've taken up enough of your time. This is BC Saint Standard and Get Your Geek On. I will catch you guys next time, and Alan.
Aladar signing out. Just remember to tell me I need to work on an outro.
We'll see
catch you guys next time.
We'll catch you guys next time.